the whole issue of finding jobs, creating jobs, making jobs in Bermuda, in both your parishes and in your constituencies and also in your portfolios. What moves have you made and would like to see made that could make that come into truth a bit more faster than we're doing?
Well, let me just say this, Brian. That do we have a silver bullet? No. But we are working around the clock. As you're aware, that last couple of weeks we announced the development signing between a developer and the City Hall regarding the building of a new hotel. There's some time that they have to meet some requirements, but we believe that we can get that hotel up and running, hopefully in short order. And what I mean by that is that this hotel, we hope to expect to generate probably 600 jobs, people on the job itself. But then it spills over to other, whether it's the person for the trucker, whether the person delivering cement or whatever, possibly the restaurants around the corner in that area. Just yesterday, we had a meeting, was it yesterday? Saturday, with another hotel that is looking to do some work. You're aware of the hotel that's supposed to be renovating at Hamilton Princess. There's another hotel that we are looking at very closely. So what am I saying by that? Is that we expect something within probably the next 12 months of some real generation of jobs as far as construction. Now, international business is something that we are working tirelessly with. We've had meetings with the existing international business CEOs to see as far as what we can do to sustain their model, and also on top of that create additional jobs for Bermuda. There are jobs that are being generated, but we are not hearing it. Unfortunately, from time to time you hear of a job being lost in Bermuda, but the media should be tracking down also those jobs that are being created. And I would implore you to do that, because I think what we need to do is build some more hope in Bermuda. There are a lot of things happening. We had the opportunity to talk to people in China, and it's going to take some time to build relationships with them. BVI and Cayman Islands has been there, but if we continue doing what we're doing and knocking on doors, we had a meeting in London to talk to possible people who wants to have some hedge funds come here. There are things coming. Entertainment. We're creating, signing something with Cabinet a couple of weeks ago, and we will have some entertainment taking place in a hotel probably at the end of May for the whole period. We're talking with the cruise line to see whether more we can do. There are things that are going to take place, and it's going to take some time, but we are working tirelessly to make those things happen.
As you all know, that I've just been recently appointed the Minister of Transport, but when I was at the Works and Engineering, and I would try to do almost some of the same things that I've done there, last summer on the program for our school children. In addition to what the ministry that comes under Minister Miners, I went to my folks and I says, I need some funding because I want to take some children off the streets. Meaning, when I say children, let me rephrase that. Some students off the streets. And as I want to hire 60. Well, we end up hiring 73, just through some creative financing. And we'll try to, not that many at transport, but we'll do the same this year. Also, whilst we were there, we had the, what we call the railway initiative, training initiative, where we took 6 Bermudians, tied in with a contract with the landscaper to train 6 Bermudians. And that period would be between a 4 and 6 month period. So the maximum that, or the minimum that we trained in a 12-month period would have been 12. Well, in fact, just the other day you saw Minister Weeks, the first graduates. And so they're ready to go, and I think they're hired right now. Those are some of the things that this government is doing.
Would you say you're trying to set an example? You shouldn't leave everything to government, that the private sector should be trying to do the same kind of thing?
Well, yes, you know, we set the example, you're right, we do set the example, and we're just hoping that the private sector will follow. And because I believe if they follow, we won't have as much unemployment as we have. You may not get the job you want, but you can get a job to sustain your standard of living.
Many young persons stuck with the stigma around gang activity, and with employers, even with the government being an employer, we found it difficult to get these people to be able to work anywhere in Bermuda. Is there a plan afoot to address that particular issue?
Well, you know, when you're an employer, you got to be concerned who you employ, because we have had cases where we've had some folks that are members of gangs that they can go this place and that place. Well, as an employer, that's really not my problem as an employer. We try to assist where we can, and we're trying to just, hey, you guys, let's get it on with it. We want you to work, the job's here for you. But we cannot come to your home and wake you up mornings, right? The opportunity is there, take it.